And so it's October 30th, uh, 2023. The calm before the storm. You can feel it. You can feel the storm out there. Uh, Universally, you know, spiritually, in them streets. That quiet, that unnatural quiet. You know, I've been around them streets for a long time. That's what y'all don't understand. Even people in my family don't know that. That's why it's time to drop the act. Since everybody wants to play convenient memory loss, convenient hearing loss for the things they don't want to know about, don't want to remember, don't want to talk about, or want to just whisper about, and in the light of day pretend it don't exist. While all of these children at this point, children are literally being brought into our country, young women and stuff from other countries being bought to be, sad to say, pimped out and trafficked out. And when you look, you see this all over the internet, and it's right here in the USA. And don't get me wrong, let's keep it clear. Yo, we had pedophiles here before any of this diversity bullshit that they're importing, criminality, and they're importing corruption. They're importing people who are very comfortable with looking the other way. They're importing the corruption. Yeah, they're importing the divert. Let me break it down for you, my black people. What the diversity is they're importing. They're importing a diverse servant class and diverse worker bee class for their businesses and their corporations. There's some of them are like pets to them, just like we were pets to them at one time. Back when we were slaves, and after slavery, we had to know our place. And when we reached the point of wanting full pay and full compensation for our hard labor, it's funny people try to push that thing that black people are lazy now after they flooded our communities with drugs and alcohol. After they flooded our communities with drugs and alcohol, locked up all of our men for drug offenses, that they look the other way for the rich folks like Hunter Bidens and Co. And that now they changed up all the laws not to benefit black people. That was the bullshit. That's not why they did it. They could have did that a long time ago. They made laws to lock up black people. Remember, our kids were super predators. Remember, that's what they called our kids, if they were in the street, or if they even were accused of a crime. But now the very same foreign kids coming across are unaccompanied minors. Little, don't you say they're criminals. Don't you say that. No, that when we know they're running from their countries and from the vicious gangs and criminals and murderers and all of that, and sex abuse and trafficking and drug and all of that violence that goes along with the cartel in their countries. Yes, but no, when they come, only the good ones come. They work with the bad ones to get to the border and pay them to get across the border and all of that. But the bad ones come to bring them across the border, but they stop right at the border. They don't come across. They bring them to the border. The good ones, the bad ones bring the good ones, And then they stop their pinky toe right there, right across the borderline. They say, here, y'all go, and we got to stay here. We can't come because we're the bad guys. Only you good migrants, y'all go. And then, yeah, sure, and that's why our communities are flooded with drugs and drug dealers and gangbangers and murderers and rapists, and everywhere over the internet. You can see all over the city. You can just reach out, and there's sex traffic or prostituting or OnlyFans hoeing models near you. The type of shit we never had here. That was all in the third world countries. Yeah, we had the hoes here for sure. Places like Hunts Point, places like Times Square, places like that, 9th, 10th, 11th Avenue, 12th Avenue, like that, places like that, definitely not everywhere. And the women and children in danger, and nobody says nothing. They imported the next class of diverse servants and worker bees to work in our businesses, and we'll sell them the bullshit that we sold the black folks. What do you want to be when you grow up? They sell that to the kids, remember, in the schools? While they cut the budgets and take away our fucking community centers, take away from our libraries, take away space in the schools, the gymnasiums, the fucking labs, science labs and math labs and stuff like that, to pack in uneducated migrants who don't give a fuck about education and didn't fight for none of them rights, none of them benefits, or none of that that education, and now they let them come here to uneducated with no inspection, nothing. Anything black people do, we gotta prove everything. We even gotta prove we're the descendants of the slaves. That even though we hear, how the fuck are we here otherwise? Other than we were dragged here, our ancestors in chains, and we gotta prove everything. But these millions of migrants coming across the board, they ain't gotta prove nothing. Whatever they say, you believe it. Don't you say that they're wrong. They know everything they say is true. And you black folks, y'all are wrong. Y'all are lazy. Y'all wasn't lazy for 400 years when y'all was slaves, or the 100 years we was trying to hold you back with all kind of institutionalized racism and all kind of sabotage in your communities, including flooding with drugs, with the same people that we're now importing here. Yeah. From the Golden Triangle, the heroin, we're importing those people. And from, down South America with the, the cocaine, we're importing those people. And they're not here to sabotage. They didn't sabotage. We work together with them to sabotage the communities. We're going to do everything to hold y'all back and promote them now over y'all, even though y'all are the ones who worked hard here, and y'all were hard workers until you wanted full pay. And then after that, y'all was lazy, and we sabotaged your communities with drugs and ripped up and took away any intergenerational wealth that y'all had and all of that. And, ran black folks out of black communities where they had land, property, and businesses, and took it or stole it or threatened them out or bought it at rock bottom prices, or, all kinds of things, dirty stuff to hold black people back, because they don't want an even playing field, because we are very capable, we're very strong, and they know that, and they become very weak and dependent upon us. They need that servant and worker bee class and want us to be that for half pay, half price, and if not, then we're lazy. Isn't that right? After 400, 500 years of hard work in this country, all of a sudden we're lazy. Miss me with the bullshit. Y'all sabotage our communities with drugs to make sure that black people, were held back, and with all those vicious laws against the very same drugs that y'all use. Y'all look the other way. The police let in. The police get paid on. All of that. And so aren't you so glad, Chuckles, you didn't leave me the fuck alone? Because here's the thing, y'all. I said, adults, do what you do, and leave the kids out of it. And my track record, 35 years in these streets on the low since I was 18, proves that done. 160, Polo Grounds, Harlem World, and wherever the fuck. Y'all didn't leave my kid out of it. So anybody who got a fucking problem with not leaving my kid out of it, and then it's just a problem then. And we'll just have to take it up with our maker then. See y'all soon. I'm lining y'all right up right now for the homeboy fresh out of jail, and then for him to get in touch with the Latin Kings and Bloods in jail, to get in touch with the Latin Kings and Bloods out here, so they can come and get in touch with me. So easy to find me because of the broken window. Thanks, fellas. It'll be real easy for them to come find me and holler me out. Bye. Thanks for helping me out, making it easier for me to get to them Bloods and Latin Kings. Just look for the broken window. I'll come right down, and I will.